Giant Bear senses trouble, and heroically defies all the laws of nature. With their sharp teeth and claws, few people would ever want to have an up-close encounter with a bear. After all, they're some of the most ferocious animals on the planet.
Before we begin, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
This might explain why spectators at the Budapest Zoo in Hungary were completely stunned by what they saw in August 2014. As a small creature fell into the water of a bear's enclosure, all onlookers could do was hold their breath. Then, something amazing happened. Bears are universally recognized as one of the most dangerous animals in nature. Just one look at their enormous size, and it's easy to see why. They could turn just about anything into a meal. In fact, even the biggest and baddest of the animal kingdom are susceptible to falling prey to a bear. Suffice to say, the bear is on top of the food chain for a very good reason. So, when visitors to the Budapest Zoo in Hungary watched a small creature fall into the water of a female brown bear named Vali's enclosure, they lost all hope. The onlookers fell silent as soon as they soon realized it was a helpless crow. It frantically flapped its wings in an effort to stay above the water's surface. Clearly, the bird had suffered an unknown injury and needed some assistance. With its wings completely wet, it looked like there would be no flying out of this one. How this crow managed to find its way into the bear's enclosure was one thing. But most knew it was only a matter of time before Vali turned a nice family visit to the zoo into a harrowing National Geographic special. When Vali finally heard the frantic splashing in the water next to her, it seemed to pique her interest. She slowly lumbered over to a nearby rock to get a closer look. Onlookers gasped audibly as Vali stepped off the rock and moved closer to the edge of the enclosure's pond. She'd definitely seen the struggling crow, and she was heading right toward it. At first, Vali seemed confused by the interloper in her pool. Usually, when the zookeepers brought her food, it was left in far more convenient places. This snack, however, was different, and alive. The tiring crow settled into the corner of the pond, and it was well within arm's reach of the bear at that point. Vali leaned over and began pawing at the bird. Was she trying to grab it? Or did she plan to push it under and drown it? Either way, things weren't looking too good for this crow. That's when the bear finally grabbed hold of the bird. After first attempting to pull it up with her paw, Vali bit onto the crow's wing and dragged it out of the water, the Budapest Zoo said later while describing the incident. While there was a slim chance the bird could have flown from there, it was now too tired, weak, and wet to escape. Just as Vali pulled the little crow from the water, it made one last effort to save its life, and it pecked the hungry brown bear on the nose. Onlookers were nervous to see how Vali would retaliate. Then the bear did something that shocked everyone. She immediately let go of the wing and retired to her apples and carrots, a Budapest Zoo spokesperson explained. Did the crow actually scare Vali away? In fact, the zoo spokesperson believed the bear never planned to make a meal of the little bird, but was instead just investigating. Still, would the crow survive after an ordeal like that? What the bird didn't realize was that Vali, and most bears, have a taste for fruits and vegetables, even though they love to eat meat. Maybe these beasts are actually more friendly than we thought. After lying on its back for a few moments, the crow suddenly started to come to its senses. Still, it limited its movement. It likely realized that it was still in great danger. It's unclear who was more shocked by the incident, the crowd or the crow. Once the bird found the strength to stand up, it seemed to look at the bear in disbelief. Did it actually just escape death? Those Budapest Zoo spectators were worried that Vali was going to make an easy meal of the struggling crow, but she had something else in store. Just look at what she did next after she pulled the bird out of the pond. No one saw that coming. Who would have thought that a bear would save a little creature's life? Just goes to show that not all heroes wear capes.